Hello and welcome to the showcase of the X-Private Minds plugin. My name is Drawethree and I'm the author of this resource, which is available for purchase on Spigot, BuildByBit, and Polymart marketplaces. This plugin is basically, it has it in its name. It's a Private Minds plugin, which has a lot of unique and custom feature, and which is also very optimized and scalable. Now, I will jump right through the plugin features. And also we have this deployed on our public test server, which is play.drawethree.eu, which you can log in and test the plugin by yourself. Now, covering the features. Of course, the plugin allows users to create their own protected and auto-resetting private mines. The mines are fully customizable and isolated in a separated world. So that means they are basically in a special place where they are being stored. You can also set the entry fees and taxes per each of the mine. That means if some other player wants to visit your mine, he has to pay an entry fee, and if he is mining and selling inside your private mine, he will pay a tax to you. The mines are also automatically being reset based on the usage or the time, and also you have a progression using the mine tiers and also setting the blocks by yourself. Also, there is a possibility to ban, kick, and whitelist any players to access or prevent access of your private mine. And also, we have a lot of easy administrative controls to teleport, delete, upgrade, reset, expand the mine, all to your liking. The plugin is also auto-saving and reloading the private mines depending if they are being in use and if there are any variables that needs to be changed. And we also support our very ultra-fast pregeneration of the private mines, because if you are looking to have a private mine per each player and you are looking to have a great big network, then you definitely will look up to have some pre-generated mines as well. And this system is very efficient and causes no lag in the server itself. Also, we have a public API available for developers, and we are hooking with other plugins such as WorldCard, Placeholder API, Xprison, Vault, etc. Now to the features. I'll be jumping right into the game and show you what this plugin does. So I'm now here at the test server, and if I do /pmine, it will say that I don't have any mine. So I guess let's create one, right? So by doing /pmine create, and then the schematic name from the config, the default one is pmine, I will be creating a new private mine. This one was already pre-generated, so I was directly teleported, and this was allocated to me to use. So I will set a fly to enabled, and you can see I have here the private mine where I will be mining the blocks. Now, if I do now /pmine, it will open up this GUI with a lot of options. I can teleport to the mine, I can change the mine block, I can claim the tax rewards from the players that were mining here, I can set some settings, upgrade mine, expand mine, and reset the mine. Now, let's start from the beginning. Teleportation. Obviously, if you are wandering around the world, you would like to access this /pmine and teleport. Change mine block. This is outside of the mine tiers currently. If you set any of these, it will basically fill your mine with a predefined type, as you can see here. This is also configurable in the config file. I will be skipping this for now and move on to the claim tax rewards. If you click on this, you will just claim all the remaining money that are being stored here. And now the settings. By default, every private mine is closed. If you want your private mine to be accessed to the public, just click, and it will be open to the public. Click again, it's closed. Here you can manage all of the banned players. So if you have banned anyone, you can also use this to ban a player, and it will be listed in here. So for example, I have banned some, obviously not a player, so you can also ban online players and offline players. So jumping back, we have the reset percentage. This represents the amount of blocks basically that when the mine will reset. Currently, it's by default set to 50%. So if half of the mine is mined, the mine will reset automatically. Then you can also specify as a player your tax rate, how much you would like to charge the other players mining here, and also the entry fee. Now, let's go back. Here we have the upgrading of the mine and expanding of the mine. Upgrading of the mine is basically upgrading your mine by one mine tier. Mine tier is basically represented in the config files, in mine tiers YML. And here you can define each specific mine tiers with the different block compositions. I will be now jumping to the configuration of this. So we have here the mine tiers file. And you can see this is the default one, and it has a composition of stone 80% and cobblestone 20%. I have configured by default 20 tiers. You can configure as many as you would like. There is an upgrade cost per each one, name, and of course the block composition. This is everything configurable. Now, if you click on the upgrade mine, you can see that mine has been upgraded to the next tier and the composition has changed based on the configuration. Now let's test the expand mine. The expand mine is basically expanding the mine by 1 times 1 block from X and Z axis. So if I click on expand mine, you can see that the mine has been slightly expanded. And of course, this is configurable and you can set up the cost of this. If I'm mining here and basically would like to reset the mine manually, I can do it like this. You can see instantly being reset with no lag causing. Now jumping to the commands. If I do /pmine help, I can see here all of the commands obviously which are available to players. I will not go through all of them because if you do in the game /pmine help, you'll be able to see all of them. For example, pmine expand, pmine reset, pmine upgrade, you can do as well via the GUI. But if you want to do that manually, pmine upgrade, pmine expand, and pmine reset. Now let's see what we have here as well. We have also the reload. That's the command for the admins. If you are doing any changes in the configuration, you can hit /pmine reload and it will reload the plugin. Then you can also do pmine list. This will list all of the private mines that are open to public, and it says that miner tax and entry fee and how many actually players are in here. If you click on that, you will teleport to the another player's mine. Now we have also the pmine ban. You can ban the player like this. You can unban the player like this. If there is someone you don't like to be in the mine, you can pmine kick the player. You can set the tax by pmine tax, and then the percentage. You can set the entry fee as well to your liking with tab predefined values. You can as well claim the tax amounts by pmine claim. You can as well close and open the mine. And admin commands as well are here to force create, force delete, force expand, force upgrade the mines. And now we have also this status command, which is basically an admin, pmine status. It basically is an admin help to display how many private mines are generated, how many are currently in use by players, and how many are free. So now let's take a look at the pregen. Pregeneration is pretty much easy. It's /pmine pregen, then the schematic of the private mine you would like to pregenerate, and the amount. So for instance, I would like to pregenerate 10 private mines with this pmine schematic. Now, if I press enter, there is of course a message saying that this operation is a heavy because it includes a parsing of the schematics, and it starts basically generating the private mines. And voila, it's pretty much easy. If I check the TPS, nothing has affected because it's using the fast async vault edit API. So for production releases, of course, obviously we would like to pregenerate around maybe 500 or 1000 or more, depending on the use cases. Now, also, if you would like to stop the pre-generation at any point, you can do it /pmine stop pregen, I think. No, pregen stop. Pmine pregen stop. Of course, pre-generation has to be running at that point. Alright, I guess that's basically the features of the FreeBSD plugin. Let's jump into the configurations now. In the config itself, we have some basic stuff like messages to be configured. Then we have some titles that are being displayed, also configurable. Then we have debug mode, metrics. You can keep these false if you want. These two are internal, which you should not touch at any point. We are using this to calculate the space between the schematics and private mines. This is the world where the private mines will be created. Default entry fee, minimum and maximum entry fee, minimum and maximum tags allowed for player, default tags, space between the mines, like the schematic space. Then we have the default reset percentage and minimum, maximum reset percentage, obviously. A reset check interval. This is basically we have a background task which is running and checking if the mine should reset. You can keep it on 2 or increase it to 5 seconds. For example, but keeping it on 2 is a good choice. Also, we are saving all of the data asynchronously, and this is the interval in seconds, after how many seconds the save happens. We have support for economies, of course, if you want to do this expanding and upgrades. We have a type currently for Vault or X-Prison currencies. And if you are using the X-Prison currencies, you can specify any currency name in the currencies YML, or if it's Vault, you keep it Vault, and this doesn't really matter. Now, when it comes to the block types, if you want to set, this is basically the GUI which I was showing you on the beginning. If you do /pmine, and you have these change mine block, these are basically permission based. So you will not longer have like a composition, but you will have like a full mine of one type. It is permission based, considered to be as a premium feature to your players, so they can basically have it set to anything they like here. Then we have some configuration of the sounds. We have the configuration of the schematics. You can define multiple schematics at one time. The default one is coming with the package when you downloaded the plugin, is configured already to have the schematic and the permission. There is the mine size. It's basically the area of the default area, how the mine will be, like how big will be the mine. So it's 11 times 11 blocks. The maximum expansion is basically representing how much this mine size can be expanded. So currently it's maximum 21 by 21 if you sum up these numbers. There is this expanse cost of the mine. We have a spawn. We are basically passing the schematics at first 0, 100, 0. So if the first schematic is spawned at 0, 100, 0, then the spawn should be as well on Y0, and depending of the current offset. So as you can see, we are at X0, 100, and 3250. So that means there have been already some couple of mines allocated to other players. And the reset teleportation, that's basically a location with the offsets. Where should the reset teleportation happen? And we also have this positions of the mine inside. This is for Ward Guard region. Also setting up the flags, priority of the region, and this region is representing the overall region of the Ward Guard. To give you more deeper understanding on this, I will teleport myself to 0, 100, 0, hole in the floor. Zero, 100, 0. It's not teleporting me though. Let's try like this. Yeah, okay. So there basically, I guess we have our first mine, which is in use. So let me try to see if we have... There should be another mine, I'm pretty sure, but seems like not. Okay, never mind. So this is the first mine basically. Imagine this Z coordination is also 0. So let's now talk about how this config is for the schematics actually used. So spawn is 0, 100, 0, which represents our location. If you ignore this 250, ignore this for all of the times. Then we have the reset teleportation. It's minus 27 or 102, 25. So if I move it somewhere around here, minus 26, 103, and 277. So around this location is actually our reset teleportation. Then we have the positions of the mine, position 1 and position 2. That's of course of the default positions, and position of the whole world card region. Yeah, I'm very sorry to actually, this might be confusing to you because I'm actually at the Z 250 and I should be at the 0, but seems like there is no private mine generated, so that complicates the things. But I hope you get the idea. If not, then just reach out to me on Discord. I will help you to set up these. But as I said, we have a predefined schematic which can be used to you, and you have all its set up. Basically, you just paste the schematic into the folder, and you are good to go. Once you download the plugin, of course. Here you can also put all of the schematic files, as I said, if you are using multiple schematics configured. And here is local data that is being stored of the private mines. The structure is pretty simple. It just keeps the offsets, banned players, and everything that is related to the private mine. If you want to modify something offline, you can do it, of course, for the players. But it's not recommended to touch these. These are basically the data files for the players' private mines. Alright, let me see if I forgot something. I guess we have the GUIs here. And this is basically just the setting of the GUIs, so you can just customize the user experience in here and all the titles, roles, items inside the GUIs, which you would like to do. So that's pretty much everything that covers this plugin. So also, if you have any questions and suggestions, please join our Discord channel. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys in another tutorial or in a new video. Thank you very much, and have fun with the Private Mines plugin.